Good morning, Hornets. Welcome to today's Daily Dose of Bgsn Student News. I'm Juliet Kaufman.
And I'm Alyssa. Today we'll be taking a look at lunch privileges, Into the Woods, and as always, sports.
But first, here's the one, the only Jillian Curd with her weekly weather forecast.
Good morning, Hornets. We have a very warm week ahead of us. Today's forecast is 90 degrees, a high of 90 degrees and a low of 71. Tuesday will bring a high of 89 and a low of 71 with chances of scattered thunderstorms. More storms for Wednesday with a high of 88 and a low of 67. Thursday we may see more showers, but will finally start to cool off with a high of 78 and a low of 59. Luckily, you can expect a dry but partially cloudy Friday with a high of 76 and a low of 58. That's it for weather today. Back to you lovely ladies at the desk.
Over the summer, Beech Grove High School teachers and staff went through some training to be prepared. Here is Talia with more on the training.
Good morning, Hornets. I'm Talia Pinner with Beech Grove Student News. Here I am to talk with Coach Kudre about the training teachers and staff went through over the summer.
Good morning. I'm Dave Kudre, teacher at Beech Grove High School. This is my 15th year at the high school, 36th year overall.
Over the summer, teachers and staff went through a 2-day training and online course to be prepared for certain situations in case of a school intruder. Here I am with Coach Kudre to talk about the experience he had.
Okay, so today I wanted to ask you about the training that you and a lot of the other staff and teachers went through over the summer and how it might have helped you be prepared for certain situations.
Well, I think any training can be helpful as long as you're attentive and try to learn from it. I think it's really good that they're putting us through situations, scenarios that can help us react and help keep the students safe. The idea is to be live, real-time conversation over the intercom, and that way, whatever classroom I'm in, I can make the right decision to get our students to safety.
Our Renaissance cards are getting a new update this school year. Here I am with more.
This year, there has been some changes with the Renaissance cards. I talked to Mrs. Mara about these new updates.
Hi everyone, just wanted to give you guys some updates about some of the student incentives that we're offering this year. So our first update is to the Renaissance card. So we've gone down to 3 cards.
The Gold and Gold Plus cards were combined this year. You must have a 4.0 or higher GPA.
The orange card, you need a 3.5 to 3.99 GPA. And again, you need to have fewer than 2 tardies or absences to a block and no behavior referrals. Again, you'll get a food gift card, honor roll pizza, 2 pop tickets, and 2 sports passes, again with $3 concession.
The white card is similar to the orange, but it's from a 3.0 to 3.49. If you have any questions with the new changes, you can email Miss Mara. This has been Alyssa for Bgsn.
Leaving for lunch is new to the now juniors. Lainey got more.
Many of you may know that juniors and seniors get to go out to lunch during the week. I talked to 2 students and asked them, do they enjoy going out to lunch? Should students have the privilege of going out to lunch? And where do they go when they leave?
I do enjoy going out for lunch. It's like a stress relief for myself. I like to go in my car, I like to travel and eat with my friends.
Yes, it allows me to get away from schoolwork.
Yes, I think the juniors and seniors should definitely go out because, like I said, it's a stress relief. They go out with their friends, it's time to talk about school and time to get away from school at the same time.
Yes, unless you're doing what you're not supposed to be doing.
When it's time to go out for lunch, I like to be close to the school in case I'm running late with my friends. I like to go to McDonald's, I like to go to Wendy's. There's a Burger King down the street, it's good too.
Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, whatever you want.
Remember, juniors and seniors, to follow all the rules Miss Mara left in her email regarding going out to lunch. Also, students, remember to sign out before going out to lunch, and if you have any more questions, contact Miss Mara at her email. This has been Lainey Wilson. Thank you for watching, Hornets.
The cast of Into the Woods has been selected and the rehearsal progress is in full swing. Monday marked the first after-school rehearsal and the next few months will be very busy for the BG players. Our very own Jillian Curd spoke with director Mr. Bush about the challenges of creating the perfect cast and what the audience can expect come showtime. Show days for Into the Woods will be November 21st through the 23rd, so make sure to keep your schedules clear to see these spectacular shows.
Casting for this show was actually pretty difficult. We had a lot of really talented people come out for the auditions, and there aren't there's a lot of roles, but there aren't that many roles for the number of people that we had come out. So the directors need to look at the right combination of students and who's going to be best for the part and who's going to work best with the other people that we chose for the parts. So there's a lot that goes into casting, and I think we chose the right cast, and I think if you come see the show that you're really going to be impressed with the talent we have this year.
As you now know, the fall musical is this November, and all cast members are working diligently to put on the best show possible. My first cast member interviewed was Taylor McLeod, who will be playing Cinderella. Let's take a look. I got the opportunity to interview Taylor McLeod, who is playing Cinderella in this year's fall musical, Into the Woods. First question I asked her is, what do you like about playing Cinderella?
I like how she's very ditzy, and she gets bullied by her stepsisters in the beginning, then later on she grows and becomes a princess.
I also asked Taylor what part she originally planned on auditioning for other than Cinderella.
At first I was wanting to go for Rapunzel or Little Red Riding Hood, but I'm very happy I got Cinderella.
I then asked Taylor what part she thinks is the most complicated for her role.
The hardest part is her high notes when she sings. I've been struggling, but I'll get to it.
Lastly, I asked Taylor the most important question, are you excited for Christmas?
Yeah.
Make sure to tune in for more updates. This has been Juliet Kaufman for Bgsn. Robotics Club is a group that has been around for years, but is rarely brought up. Here we go to meet Ethan with Robotics Meetup and signups.
During the school year, there is a group known as the Robotics Club that is located in the engineering room. Milo Anderson, who has been in this group for several years, explains what they do.
We compete, we're given like a problem, and we kind of compete and have like a goal to work towards.
He has been a member of the Robotics Club since before he was in high school. Throughout the last couple years, there have been many people to join and leave, be it through graduation or other reasons out of school.
This is my second year in robotics and at Beech Grove High School as well. I've had students that have been in it since middle school and students that just start out brand new. So there's really a wide variety in that case.
Some of the students are accustomed to the robotics parts, as they're in Mr. Compier's engineering class.
Based off of last year, I would say about 3/4 of the students are, but at this point, I'm not sure yet.
The season starts early in the year. Students are given a specific challenge for the robot to complete in order to gain points. These games change every year.
So this year, it's a brand new game just like every other season. This year is focusing on stacking cubes in scoring zones and also putting cubes in towers to increase the point value of those cubes.
As it seems, there is a major need to specialize the robot every year. That way it does not become repetitive and challenges the student in their creativity. There are 2 days this week that you can go to the engineering room to sign up for robotics.
Actually, we're meeting today and this Thursday in room 110B. That's the back half of Mr. Starks' tech squad area. It's after school until about usually 4:30.
This group will be full of people who enjoy robotics, be they new or old members. I hope I see you there.
Now let's toss it over to Josh Fryer for sports.
Hello, Hornets, and welcome.
I feel like I did really good on defense, and I found some.
I was
things
just looking
on
at the
offense
camera.
that I need to work on and get better at. Got some sacks, and we also got some tackle for losses, and I think we're going to do really good and great against Lutheran.
Our last question was how he felt about his play in the
I feel
scrimmage.
like I did really good on defense, and I found some things on offense that I need to work on and get better at.
Girls volleyball won all 3 matches against Ben Davis Giants. The player of the game was Rachel Davis. She led the team with 2 aces, 3 kills, and 11 digs. Today their game is at home against the Lutheran Saints. Girls soccer has their first game tonight at Monrovia High School. The game will start at 5:30. In Colts news, they had their second preseason game against the Cleveland Browns, which they lost to 21-18. The Cleveland Browns, who led most of the game, Garrett Gilbert leading both passing yards and 13 of 19 completions for 151 yards, also throwing 2 touchdowns. Sheldrick Redwine was also all over the field with 5 tackles. College football is just around the corner. Saturday it kicks off with Miami Hurricanes traveling to the Swamp to face the Florida Gators. The game will start at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Also, the Arizona Wildcats will be facing the...
That's all for daily dose of sports. Back to you guys after that.
Thanks, Josh. That's all we have for today's Daily Dose of BGSN 10. I'm Juliette Kaufman.
And I'm Melissa. Have a wonderful Monday, Hornets.